Do you feel like no one is seeing your content on Instagram? We have all been there. The thing is, Instagram makes money when people are on the platform. It's that simple. So the more you can get people engaging with your content and watching your content, and when I say watching, I mean your static posts and your carousels as well. It's not just reels, it is all content, even your stories. So the more you can keep people on the platform consuming your content, the better. So how do you start getting more engagement and more watch time on your content? Now, you've all heard have a good hook, but what is a good hook? Your hook needs to stop the scroll for people. Ways to do this is to include power words. Now, power words are not always like negative words or big words. Words like easy and words like simple. Those are great power words to use to let people know that the content they're about to consume is going to be easy or simple. The next tip is to use numbers. And for some reason, odd numbers work better than even numbers. That's why you see content that says 3 tips to insert niche related topic or pain point, 5 tips to, 7 tips to. When you see numbers, it gives you a finite number to look forward to in the content. You know that you're going to get 3 tips. You know that you are going to get 5 tips or 7 tips. You know that there is a specific number of tips or information that you are going to gather from that post. And that is important because everybody is busy. Everybody has so many things to do in their business and their home life and their family, and they want to relax at some point today. So they still have to cook dinner. So keep that in mind when you are creating content. If a post didn't do so well, try putting a number in the front on that hook to tell people the number of tips or the number of the list. Even 11 tips to, or 11 tools you can use to, or 11 books that changed my life. Having a number in front of it works. And the third thing is definitely the most important thing. You need to address your audience's pain points. You need to research and look up before you create content. Have a purpose for your post. Is your post going to be attracting, nurturing, or converting your audience? Now, when I say converting, I mean converting in any way. Converting to a follower, converting to a freebie, converting to reading another post of yours. Anytime you're asking somebody to do something that also benefits you, it is a conversion type of post. So when you are looking at your content, first things first, identify the purpose of the post. Then address your audience's pain points related to that topic. You can do this by searching on Google. My favorite thing to do there is to type in the keywords that I'm using for the content topic. Let's say it's Instagram growth. I will type in Instagram growth on Google and I will scroll down to where it says people also ask. This is the best place for real time and real questions that your dream audience is asking right now that they want the answers to. Another awesome place, and I have mentioned this before and I'll keep mentioning it until I'm blue in the face, is to read the comments of industry leaders in your niche. People ask questions. People will talk about their pain points. People will talk about what they're struggling with. That's just a plethora of content ideas to go through and speak to your audience in a way that makes them feel heard. Okay, the second thing I want to talk about when it comes to getting your content seen on Instagram, getting more engagement and getting more watch time is the flow of your content. This is extremely important. I'm sure you've run across a post where it just looked like you went to read the caption and it was just a huge wall of text. In our brains, we look at that and we think it's overwhelming. We just think it's going to be too much, even though it might just be a paragraph, maybe about this big. We look at that and there's no symmetry to it, so we do not read it. We just don't. I am an avid caption reader, but when I see those captions that are just a big block of text and there's no line breaks, I don't read them. So use line breaks where it makes sense. Use a line break, make another sentence. You're not getting graded here from your English teacher. You can break things up where it's easier for people to skim. Brings me to my next point. People skim. They're not going to read everything in your caption word for word and soak up the information. 95 to 99% of people are not going to do that. A lot of people that engage with you are in your niche, and this is important. It's good to have people in your niche that are engaging with you and supporting you and backing up what you are saying. However, they already know the information. They are not going to read everything in your caption verbatim or everything in your carousel verbatim. Make your content very scannable. Stick to one topic and one goal of your post. I've talked about having a goal for your post, a purpose for your post. Stick to one purpose. One post cannot attract, nurture, and convert your audience, okay? You need to stick to one goal, one purpose, and also one topic. Even though you can talk about and lean in and kind of go from one topic of content pillars to the next, you don't want to do that. That's where things get confusing for people. It's not only confusing, but it seems like a lot more information to them. It seems overwhelming. You want something memorable. You want people to walk away from that post or slide to the next piece of content in their feed and to still be able to remember your post. When you cram a bunch of information in there, it's like your history test. When you didn't remember all the dates, even the War of 1776, and you couldn't remember that, or maybe that was just me. You want to have something memorable, something stick out in your content. Another way to do that is storytelling. Storytelling is so impactful because we remember stories. That's why we love movies. That's why we love books. That's why we love stories. We remember stories. We make an emotional connection to stories and we carry that through. We put it in our brain because we are constantly sitting there thinking about how it relates to us. I've been there. I've done that. I've seen that. I've felt that way. When you can make your audience feel these things or think those things while they're consuming your content, you're going to be more memorable. And that is what you want out of your content. That is going to increase their ability to go more than just scanning your content or skimming your content. It will make them actually pay attention and remember your content and stick with it and keep consuming it. And the third thing I want to talk about is actionable. When you are creating content, you want to create actionable content. If it is something that is supposed to make them laugh, make them laugh. If it is something that is supposed to inspire them to take action, inspire them to move forward. Create content that creates a connection emotionally, logically, makes them laugh, makes them resonate with you. You want to create a community where people feel safe and people feel welcome with you in your community. This makes them want to come back. This makes them want to engage with you. This makes them want to spend time with you on Instagram. Again, everybody's time is valuable. Nobody has enough time in a day. So when you make that extra effort and when you make that extra push to make your content more engaging and more emotionally and logically connecting, people take notice and people stick around longer, which increases your engagement and your watch time. And when you are looking at actionable content, you want to have clear calls to action. Calls to action should not just be save this, follow me, like this post. Always include context with your call to action. When you include context that benefits your ideal audience, they are much more likely to do it. You can even be silly when you're adding this context. Like this post and be a superstar. Comment below and improve your relationships with people in your niche industry. industry. There are many ways to get people to engage with you. You just need to write your calls to action more conversationally. Open it up for conversation. Open it up for that action and make sure that it benefits them, not just you. When you just say save my post or save this post, it doesn't really strike a nerve with your ideal audience or anyone for that matter. It just says something to do. But when you use your call to action more conversationally, people are much more likely to do it when you add context that benefits them.